feel so stupid for that. Yeah, here we go. Only been live for an hour. Yep, only been live for an hour. And yeah. You even subbed on YouTube, and I was kind of weirded out that I didn't get a notification in chat, because I usually should. But yeah, if I wasn't online on YouTube, that would explain things. Where the fuck do you think you're actually attached to? Just asking for a friend, you know? There. It should, yeah. Let's go with that. Why is that thing evading me? There we go. I think it's, reasonably enough a ship. YouTube neglect. Yeah. I mean, YouTube is really weird, like, anyways. I get way more views over on YouTube, but people don't interact with the videos over there. I publish the exact same videos on there as I do on TikTok, but, like, people just don't comment. They don't say much at all, but I do get like thousands of views every single day over there. And I don't know why that is happening, or kind of what I should do about it, if I should do anything about it. Let's change all of these windows into a blue tint, because that's gonna look real cool when, or if I take any pictures at night time. Nope, this one. There we go. Did I put any more lanterns anywhere that I have missed? This one probably. And then also change all of the sparklies to blue. Just because I can. There we go. Here we go. I think you let curiosity get the best of them. What did I say? And they will make their way there. I mean, I hope. And that is kind of the goal of posting things, that people actually find me. I think I should also diversify my output. Like, I could make... I think I do have a few clips of more quote-unquote educational content on, like, on my streams, but somehow I just don't clip those. Or I don't know why. I just don't end up doing that for some reason, unbeknownst to me. Playing Metaphor from Tasio. I have not heard of that. What is that game about? I mean, just the name sounds interesting. I kind of want to move the flag over there. Just a little bit higher up. There we go. Exactly like I wanted. And then also this one. Try to do that. Oh yeah, now that my husband is playing his own game, I can put my filters back on. There we go. Now you should probably hear him a little bit less. Like, don't get me wrong, Overwatch is fun. I do consume Overwatch content a lot, but while you're trying to watch a relaxing Tiny Glade on a Sunday, maybe background of Overwatch cursing is not what you want. Yeah? From the same team as the Persona game, so it's very similar. Okay. But it's about a fantasy world where you try to put the rightful heir to the throne. Okay. Okay, I can see that. That sounds really interesting, actually. Maybe also one there. Just because we can. Try to move it a little bit closer to the edge. There we go. There we go. I mean, I think that looks quite good for a flying ship in Tiny Glade. What do you guys think? Are we happy with a flying ship? Do we move on to make a pirate cove, or do we want even more ships? What do we want? A wide boat, lol. Thank you. Thank you also for tuning in on YouTube. I'm so sorry I forgot to press YouTube output on, so thank you for tuning in. Flat bottom is flatter than your butt. Your words, not mine. Your words, not mine. I mean, we could make it a little bit better. But do we actually want to? Like, cause what's it gonna do? What does the reference boat look like? I mean, if the reference also has quite a flat looking bottom, it probably should be more like from the front, more triangular. We could try that. Couldn't relate, I'm not just walking around with cake, I got the whole bakery. How do we want to try to get it more triangular? Because unfortunately we cannot invert the... Oh my fucking god, my teeth. Anyways, we cannot invert the roofs of these at all. But I think we could make do with these things. But how? How do we make this any better? Let's see, how does it look like if we now get rid of all of that? And then bring this down below. Like, we could probably make a thing with this. And then just put another one right below it. And just make it a little less wide. And if we actually make that enough times... I think we can actually make the bottom one kind of, yeah, floaty and sparkly. Yeah, does that sound like a plan? I mean, there was a time I bent down and my pants broke along the front, not the bottom. Oh no. Oh no, that's the worst. Like, ripping your pants in public is kind of the worst. I've had one time when my leggings broke, and I was fucking mortified. But thankfully it was right in the middle, like where all the four seams kind of connect, right in the middle. So it wasn't visible, thank fucking god. I would probably have died of shame if it wasn't. Let's see. Again. Bring this thing... yeah, about that direction. I have absolutely no idea what direction it is in, but I think that's good enough. Bring it a little bit further up. Maybe this one inwards and downwards. Yeah? I mean... not the best. Definitely not the best. There. Why is there sparklies? Why is there sparklies here? Oh, there we go. Happened while you were trying to get a couple of Mormons to stop talking to you. Oh no. Like, well, at least they don't. You've returned from the voting polls? Voting polls? What doth thou mean? Dear, welcome. I hope you're having a good day. I'm trying my fucking best to align these things up, but I'm not doing a very good job of it. I mean, the whole flying boat here is crooked as hell, so, you know. Now it's not as flat as it used to be. And then I want to make one more layer just so we have the flying sparklies down below. Another famous streamer knows my name. Potato, potato. Erase these things. Yes, you are nicely sparkly. Somewhere here. Bring it way down as long as I don't fucking lose all of those. There we go. Maybe not that far down. Just enough so we don't actually lose the sparkles. There. I think that looks cool enough. Maybe can we get it just a little bit closer? And just a little bit this way. There we go. I kind of want to see what it looks like in nighttime. There. Making a ship today. Yes, this is the Flying Dutchman of our place, and we have a smaller, like real, quote-unquote real ship. Oh shit, I didn't add the steering wheel yet to this one. Yeah, I think we make that and then look what, or see what it looks like on nighttime. Oh yeah, actually it's called the helm. Yeah, we went through this conversation like 30 minutes ago and I already forgot all about it. Yeah, I'm just that good. Try to get you upwards. Erase the thing. And bring it up to that one. Make it wider. Bring it downwards. Yeah, actually, not that bad. I think we could probably make this... How would I... Let's actually try it this way. Okay, yeah, this direction it actually becomes a stone one, so no, we're gonna have to make do with this. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Oh, not what I meant to do. I wanted to turn it so it's actually like facing straight up. Nope. I want to erase the bottom of it. There. That's gonna be good enough. I think that's gonna kind of make do. It kind of looks more like a, you know, a airplane. Kind of whatever the steering stick is called in a airplane. Yeah, I kind of want to see. Let's look at what it looks like in nighttime. I mean, that's a cool fucking picture. Can TikTok see it? No, they cannot. Like that looks cool as fuck. I'm very proud with how that looks in nighttime. Just kind of the floaty ship. Oh, what's the what was my no, what was my button to get rid of the HUD, the UI? I know I have one. I know I have one. R? No. E? No. Nope. A control H? Nope. Maybe it's just in the camera mode. Free camera, please. Flying cam. Here we go. And then H? Yes. 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 See? Now it looks so fucking cool. I mean, TikTok hasn't had a HUD all day, but you know, that looks cool as fuck. If only I didn't have so many things on screen, like my avatar and the reference image and the chat. So, but here we are. We have a boat that actually flies. And this one only has one lantern on it. I think that's still fine. But what I do need to add to this boat is we need a way up on it. Wait. Get rid of that. Start adding a plank-looking thing here. How would I make it into a plank-looking thing? Like, I mean, I can just give this thing those, and then bring it down, and then have a few of these right next to each other. That is certainly a thing I can try to do. And to kind of create a plank that goes in there. Let's see if that looks cool, actually. Nope, it's attached there. And then bring it down this way, or on this side. Why are you not letting me? Are you attached for some reason? What? Why is it not allowing me to? Here we go. No, it's trying to attach itself right there, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Let me... Why does it not go down there? Like, it's not attached, as you can see. It still gets up from this side. Why does it not go in there? Like the one next to it does. What the fuck is this? Is it because it has the thing? Let's see, if I get rid of this... No. It just works there. What is it with you? Why do you not like your lot in life? Isn't that the question everyone asks? Let's see. Okay, better, better. Yay, we got it. Got it, got it. Nobody touch it. Just make do with this. Is it actually going through the new? We're kind of getting rid of the... There. I think that's gonna be the best we can do. Probably. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to do it anymore. Just because it's so hard to do. Yep, the wizard got it done. There we go. Actually, let's add a trapdoor right in the middle. Maybe even two of them. I kind of like the sack of apples right there. Maybe add that to the edge right there. I mean, it is kind of out of proportion, but I think that makes it actually look like it's a real boat. I can see a lone sailor sitting near the edge and fishing over the side. Oh, can I make that happen? I wonder if I can make that happen. I actually don't think I really can. Yeah, I don't see a way to actually make a sculpture like that at this point. Like, at least not with a fishing rod, even though I really like the fish right there. Pokemon Go is getting, or giving me notifications. Thank you so much. Anyways, I think with the Flying Dutchman and the normal boat, I kinda wanna add a what is the word? A fortress near here? Or kind of on the island here? So let's get rid of our seahorse for now. And actually give it a little bit of a bigger brush. And better than getting a notifications from Team Snapchat. Amen. Amen. I think it's been so long since I've last used Snapchat, so my phone has automatically turned off the everything from it. Okay, what do we need on a pirate fortress and what do we want there to be on the pirate fortress? Good question. Ask another one. I kind of don't want it to be very big. I almost only want it to be on the top of the hill here. Just because. And let's start with adding just a wall around it, just so we see kind of what space we have to work with. And then a door right there. Add the way through it. There. And then what? Then what indeed? Probably just a lot of towers. I mean, these are kind of 1800s looking boats, so what did 1800s sea fortresses look like? I mean, they already had cannons, so kind of every single game I've played probably has like a cannon tower right on the water here. I don't know how those were fucking manned at any point in time, but those seem to be a thing that's very popular in the game genre. Like, I don't know if any one of you played Port Royale, but I spent hours in that thing, just managing my trade routes and like specifically Port Royale 2. I don't know why it had such a grip on me, but it did. Like Port Royale 2, me and my dad both played the hell out of that game. But yeah, like, what I kind of learned from that is you have the sea towers. You would have kind of towers with cannons facing the sea. Let's make this out of a stone, though. Maybe just a plain wall. And like that. Yeah, that looks kind of fun. Yeah, maybe just start adding towers all around. Because why not? Why do anything more complicated than that for starters? And see where that takes us, or kind of what it ends up looking like after that. Do we pretend that you... Yeah, maybe just a few more towers. I'm unsure if I actually want them all around. Well, let's see. I can always get rid of these. I mean, that already looks real cool. Like, maybe this was a old castle that the pirates just took over after it was abandoned, so it's not actually kind of made out to be the greatest fortress of all time. They're just occupying it for now. Yeah, I kind of really like how organic this looks. Yeah, that's cool as fuck. Okay, what do we add on the inside though? Maybe raise all of the towers a little bit, just so we can have a little bit of a higher wall here. The seaside forts are really common, so I can definitely see that. Yeah, they are. I think it was mostly to kind of protect the trade routes. But like in the Middle Ages, what did they have for, like, what do you do against a fucking boat that's trying to go past? I like, do you shoot it with a fire arrow, or what do you do? like before cannons actually became common. I'm taking a sip of my fucking cold tea because why would it be warm? The fire and catapults. Yeah, but I think like aren't catapults like notoriously hard to aim? And so like if you're I suppose it doesn't really matter if you're the tiniest fishing ship that exists on the water, but like that's not gonna be a threat to anything. Maybe just for smuggling, but like anything even like not as big as a ship of the line or a man of war, like what do you do against that? I mean, I know on Constantinople, because the strait was so narrow, they had chains going through, so they could just tighten the chains and lift the chains so the ships would get stuck. Or if they kind of ram into it, they just break themselves, so that's a thing. But like thinking on kind of the castles like on the English Channel or something like that, like what do those things do? Scattershot catapults? Oh, you have a point. Until cannons started being a thing, they only really had bows and ballistas on ships. Yeah, exactly. Like it's yeah. Are ballistas easier to turn? Because like catapults and trebuchets were more of a to whom it may concern kind of a weapon. Like they weren't even meant to be accurate to the point of kind of sniping anyone. They were just meant to kind of bombard stationary objects until they kind of give in. But like, what do you do for a ship that's way faster than you can turn your ship or your weapon? Maybe what do fucking medieval castles look like? It's not like I've been playing this game for a long time and made dozens of castles in here. Still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Though, isn't that just life in general? Maybe do something like this, make all of these a little bit smaller. Just so they are a little bit more proportional. Maybe even make them higher. Ooh, we could actually have another piece right in the middle, so we keep the crenellations right there below. And then have I probably want to make this blue or something, because I think blue is a nicer color. Or maybe a green one, so it like was a very wealthy castle at some point and it has copper shingles. That could be fun. Yeah. Stretch it out. Make this a little bit more pointed. Lift it up. Even more pointed. Somehow that does not look correct. Okay, let's get rid of that thing altogether. Yeah, that looks way better without the roof. Shame. Anyways, what else do we have here? What else do we want here? I mean, I could just fill it in with a well. That is kind of my go-to when I don't know what I want to build right there, so that is an option. Maybe try what it looks like if we add a square building right here, just to the side of it. And edit the wall to actually match up with it. And just so there's a little bit more interest in this building. Yeah? Just some details. Maybe even go hog wild and add a... Nope. A set of stairs up here. And just because we can. I am going to get rid of the wooden railings, don't worry. Don't worry. I got you. There. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Make it a little bit more steep, because we can, again. Like, a lot of my choices right now are because I can, but I'm not mad about it. Let's change the color of this thing to be a darker wooden color. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to like this. Maybe this thing needs to be a little bit bigger. Move all of these towers to the edges. A ship? There are 2 ships, actually. No, one here. This is kind of a more normal looking ship. And then we have the literal Flying Dutchman right there. And right now I'm making a sea fortress for the pirates. Like, maybe they've just taken over a ruin of some sort. Cool. Thank you. And thank you for being here. I'm kind of surprised that you're not playing Overwatch with the others. Or maybe you are, you're just waiting that... Wait, the vines are not growing over. Oh yeah, I think I did see there was a patch recently that made the vines not actually go over every single fucking window and door that you kind of put on. Let's actually see how that works. If we put a window there, nope, still gets overgrown. Let's see, okay, right there, like it, yeah, it just regrows over that same place. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that. I can deal with that. Get rid of the window. Bring this thing up. You just came from picking mushrooms. Did you get a good haul, or like what kind of a year is it for all the mushrooms? Wait. Go dry them, so I'll just be lurking. Thank you for lurking. Yeah, let's add a door actually here before I forget. I mean, maybe a sack of potatoes here. Ooh, or firewood. I can fuck with firewood here. Yeah. And actually, let's add here a sack of apples or something. Maybe a hand cart of some sort. Like maybe with the pumpkins. Maybe both. Just a hand cart and a 2 set of sacks of apples. Maybe even add a pumpkin right next to the pumpkin cart. A Halloween pumpkin? Yeah. That looks cool enough to me. Make that thing there. I'm just kind of racking through. Oh, it actually spawned a pumpkin right there on its own. I like that. I really do. Maybe another building here? You barely got any mushrooms? Aww. And like it's 6 p.m. so how long were you in the forest? What other building would there be? And would it be freestanding or would it be against the walls? I kind of feel like it would be against the walls, but I don't think if I... Like, I don't know if I want to actually add anything, because I really like how it looks right now. Like, when you look at the... a little bit from above, it actually looks like there's a space in there. And I really like that. I mean, maybe we can add some ruins here? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see how that looks. And just the tiniest bit of that down into the ground, just a little bit above, so it actually has the texture. And add another one next to it, different shape, probably. Just so it looks like it was an interesting shaped building. And again, let's get rid of this corner right here. You were just a few hours. checked out places we know from previous years have mushrooms, but there were very littles or is funnel cake suppilavahvero. Yeah, I mean, what time of year is it? I think they're, yeah, those were probably the ones that are actually in season right now. Yeah, suppilavahvero, yeah. I used to fucking hate funnel cakes. Like, my parents used to blanch? Is that the word? Blanch the mushrooms like all night long after picking like 20 liters of them. And god damn, the smell was horrible. Like absolutely disgusting. And I fucking hated them. Like every time or every food that had them would like bring in mind the smell, and I fucking hated it. Hated it with all my heart. Nowadays I can deal with them in food, but yeah. I do not like picking mushrooms. Like I enjoy eating them. I like the taste of most mushrooms, but god damn, I hate picking them. It's just so boring. I cannot deal with it, how boring it is. Maybe that's a little bit too much erasing. I kinda wanted to make a kind of a cart track, so it would have a little kind of a patch of grass in the middle. See, like that. So that it actually looks like there's the cartwheels are the thing that's mostly making the path. Maybe a little bit up the hill too. Not much, just a little. And actually... apparently someone's playing Venture on Overwatch. There. Maybe that would prevent a little bit of the runoff or risk of running into the water. Especially on a dreary and rainy night. Yeah, I like this. I really do. I really, really do. What else? What else do we want here? I think I'm getting quite happy with the castle itself, but do we want more details here? Like maybe something outside, other than 2 sheep? Oh, is the third one still stuck here? Poor fellow. Can you come into the water? Nope. Okay, let's erase your little patch of land from there, so you actually have to go to the mainland. There we go. I hope it won't get stuck there. X marks the spot. Ooh, that's good. Do we want that in the water, or do we want it on the ground? Bah, indeed. There we go. I hope you could hear that. Because the further out you're zoomed out, the further the sheep are gonna sound. You can barely hear it. But if you go right up to it, it's a bit louder. Anyway, where would we have our treasure? Because we can... I know I've done this before. On another map, but we can... Let's just, for the sake of it, lift it up from the water a little bit. We can put those to the bottom of the sea, and then when we turn it into nighttime again, We can have a little X on the bottom of the ocean if we want to. If we really want to. That is a possibility. Oh, you found a... Okay, now you're actually floating above the water, so... I mean... Yeah, so which do we feel more like? Actually... Let's get rid of the... There. Now it actually... Nope, wrong button. Now it would look even better. Yeah, now it can actually be visible. I mean, we could probably have... Oh! I did not realize you're gonna glow in the dark. Oh. Well, that's fun. Can I put you at the bottom of the ocean? For some reason, yes, I can. Huh. I'm drowning a pumpkin. What has my life come to? Now I kind of really want to have more of these down here. I think there is also a smaller pumpkin that has a face on it. And that's not a smaller pumpkin that has a face on it. That one does not have a face. Neither has this one. That's a flower. Waterboard the gourd. That is creative. I like how that rhymes. Brave little duck. Swimming right atop it. I'm kind of feeling more like I want a X on the mark down here. Or on the ground here. Now there's an X on the ground too. And it's actually kind of really good and visible right there. But I am... Oh no, the pumpkins are too close to the lanterns and it makes the light not be as visible. Okay, let's make another one. There we go. Let's actually bring it up a bit so we can actually see where we're putting the lanterns. There. Ta-da. We have an X in the water, we have an X on the ground. What else? What else do we need? Bring it back to daytime for the time being. We have a castle, we have a Flying Dutchman, we have a normal boat, we have sheep trying to get to the land and not finding their way. Kind of would want some way to add like broken windows up here. Without actually getting rid of all of the roof here. Actually, that should be easy to do, now that I think of it.
That's a one.
There. And now if we add windows here. Maybe bring it out a little bit. Yeah, see. Now it works. Now it has the broken lattices on it. Yeah, let's see. Bring that part back into the wall. Yeah. And then add one more layer of windows here. Maybe 4. That could be enough. Nope. There. Yeah. No, looks a bit funky. Let's bring them down a bit. Yeah, I can notice that I am a little bit tired and I'm not as entertained as I really kind of want to be. So I might just do a little bit more detail work and then call it for tonight. Verifying? What the fuck do you mean verifying? EP Cobalt.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I fell asleep at 6 in the morning today, so kind of makes sense that I'm fucking tired. I also, well, I woke up the first time at noon, and then I got out of bed around 1 p.m, so I did not get much sleep. Barely 6 hours, and that was also kind of very bad quality sleep. I feel like maybe if we add a window to this thing, we can then bring it out just a little bit so we get the lattices here too. I mean, if we want to, I can also just cut up the wall a bit so we can actually kind of raise this part upwards. Like it, so that it kind of matches on this side. And then we can have more windows up here. Maybe just 3. Yeah, sure, why not? I need to bring it out a little bit more. Yeah. Starting to look like a castle to me. Okay. Okay, last chances, last call. Curtain call? No, that's after. Oh, hello. Hi. Good to see you. But what do we want? Last chances to say some details or builds we want to see here. We have ruined parts of the castle. We have windows here. We have the X marks the spot both in water and on land. We have a flying boat. We have a normal boat with a pier. What else? What do we need? What do we want? Yes, I know I could make cannons, but I really don't want underwater ruined land cannons. I mean, I forgot you said if you said could or could not. I could, but I I don't wanna. Those are tedious to make, but maybe I'll add 1 cannon on here, on top, and underwater ruins. How big do we want the underwater ruins to be? No? Where's my wall tool? There it is. Yeah, we do. Let's make it. It already is the darkest one it can be. Shit. Oh well. Let's see how it's gonna turn out. Bring it up the biggest it can be. Turn it so that it actually makes sense. Bring it downwards where we want to. Yeah, that's about it. And then bring down a little bit more. Or another piece. Make this into the wheels on it. Though I don't know how you even get to the cannons up here, so I don't know if there actually would be much wheeling here, but you know. Maybe it's just for the sake of a pivot point so you can actually aim it up and down. How big do we want it? Yes. Yes, very castle. Maybe actually instead or in addition to a underwater thing, we could have a shipwreck. Kind of in the shape of a ship instead of an like building ruin, you know? How do we feel about that? There, let's actually get rid of every single piece of land other than our little island here.
Okay.
A shipwreck would be cool. Okay, let's try and do that. Maybe... where? Where though? Like here or next to the X? I kind of feel like next to the X here would be sort of cool. Like maybe then that would kind of mean that the shipwreck has a... Oh, like the cannon shot it? Maybe we turn the cannon then? Yeah, maybe near the X. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe near the X one. Maybe we turn the cannon so that it might have been this cannon that shot it down. Shut it down. I don't think that's how you... Or, well, yeah, sank the ship. Shot it down. Good enough. So maybe like in that direction-ish. Maybe... Yeah. Okay, which way? Which way do we want it? Mystery for future archaeologists and historians. Yep. How do I want to make this thing? I'm not kind of looking to make it as big as these ones, and if I kind of remember correctly, these cannot go, yeah, underneath the waves actually. So I do need to use the kind of wall options and the stairs to get it. Magic Vasa ship when? I mean, isn't isn't the floating one enough? I mean, I really love the Vasa ship. We actually went to the Vasa Museum a few years ago. We were kind of visiting all of the, or some of the castles in Stockholm a few years ago. It was really nice. I've kind of always loved the Vasa Museum, but it had been, I want to say, a good 10 years since I had last been in the museum. So, yeah, I was really impressed with how they've upgraded the museum. Minecraft, when a bit of the top is sticking out. Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe we can add a little bit of the mast, like right in the middle. Where do I? Here. And just to make it poke out just a little bit. And then pretend that the whole ship is a little bit further down. Yeah, I'm going to leave that for now, because I kind of would want to do pathways down here. So this would happen, but unfortunately the pathway makes it so that it actually comes to the surface. So I'm not so sure. Need to add Jack Sparrow standing on the mast as the ship is sinking. Yeah, that would have been kind of funny if we had done it right from the start, but I don't think that's that great of an idea for an actual already kind of sunken ship. Maybe even lower down, so it barely pokes out. And there. Can I think of a way to actually make it more ship-like, or kind of a deck-like? Let's see, if I do it like this and add a railing to this thing, and then sink this thing down to the bottom. Kinda looks a little bit more like a deck, right? And then we can just have a lot of these around, and then bring this thing up a little bit so it actually is above the main deck. Yeah, I think that could be it. Let's move this thing to the middle-ish. There. And then just start filling this thing out. No, I did not actually mean that you should attach on that end, but here we go. Move it. Just bring it down. It doesn't really actually matter if it is actually fully touching the next one. It really does not matter. Because we kind of want this to look like it's been at the bottom of the ocean a little bit too long, so we can Probably also gonna bring detail later on with the more pieces of fencing, right? Nope. I wanted this thing. I'm kind of a little bit annoyed that it doesn't actually remember that you want the thing to be the kind of narrowest it can be, but here we are. We can make do. We can make do. And bring it down. Just fill this in. I've never paid that much attention, but like moving things in water actually makes a really satisfying sound. Maybe I should build in water more. Maybe I should. Oh, actually. I'm thinking like maybe if we add a few of these stair pieces but without the railings, we could probably have a few lanterns kind of shining light through the quote-unquote deck here. Do you listen to your own music when you do this, or are you just literally immersed in Tiny Glade? I don't have any music going on. I'm kind of terrified that I would accidentally have it on stream or something, and then I would get a copyright strike at some point. So I'm just not risking it. I also was kind of terrified at the end of the last Manor Lord stream because at some point people kind of noticed that I had the music on and I had forgotten to take it off. Or kind of turned it down, and but yeah, nothing happened from that. I think it is usually more lax with the kind of game audios, but I just don't want to take the risk because I've heard the horror stories of it. And like since if I was only streaming on Twitch, it would be kind of really easy to have the stream have music and then get rid of it for the VOD. But since I'm streaming the exact same thing to YouTube, YouTube does not have a separated VOD track, so I can't listen to Spotify at the same time, unfortunately. Or well, I could make a whole separate output for YouTube, but that would require so much more processing power from my computer that my computer would implode. No, I want to move it, not raise it up. Here we go. Luckily the sound of tiny glades are soothing. Yeah, I mean, it does not bother me that I have to do it like this. These are so satisfying. But actually, do tell me if the sound is too low for you. I have it filtered and gated so it doesn't go above my speaking voice. Or kind of get too close to it so we don't drown each other out. The game me or me the game. But nobody's commented on it, and I haven't changed it in a good while, so I think it should be fine. At least I fucking hope so. At this point it would be kind of weird to hear that it isn't good. You can hear both well? Good. Maybe we add another mast to this thing? It's looking mighty big here. I mean, if we... Yeah, we can add some flowers here to the side of it to just a little bit mask it. Maybe? I wonder if that's gonna look good or not. We'll see after we're actually done with the whole thing. Nope. there and here. And then start adding all of the kind of sideways going pieces, so it actually looks like there's a texture to it. More than just all of these standardized looking lengths of the planks here. Someone's playing against the soldier. Here we go. I think that's the last piece, and then just move this piece of fencing a bit closer, so we have a little bit more of a flat side. Yeah. I think that looks boat-y enough. And then just start doing random pieces of railings here. Just because. I mean, maybe would it look cooler if I actually made it that way? I mean, I think that looks cool enough. A bit weird from certain angles, but I think it looks cool. Maybe a hella good boat. Thanks. I mean, I could try. Let's see what it looks like if I kind of... Because every other ship here has this raised back end, haft or whatever it was. Like, if we make a few of these be kind of this direction and a little bit above. Would that look cool? I think it could. I mean, I just realized that this end should probably be a square one. And so let's make that happen. And just extend all of these things back outwards. I mean, I don't know why I bother, since I'm gonna do all of this. Yeah, let's not bother. Try and do it instead with these. All the way down, all the way a little bit upwards. Nope, don't add a middle thing there. Remind me a bit of the Viking ship remains I've seen. Ah, good point, good point. Yeah, we could have made this a kind of an older ship. But like, since I want the mast to actually poke out here, I think it would make more sense if it's the same era-ish. Especially if we kind of want it to be sunken by the cannons here. So I'm gonna build this out and see what it looks like after. But now I have a really bad idea of kind of making a long ship kind of a building at some point on land, right? You know what I'm talking about? Is it a long ship? I think the building made out of the Viking ship would probably be called something else, but I do not know the words for it, so... Yeah. I mean, I kind of like how that looks with it, so... Kind of messy, and like there would be a real gap into the bottom of the ocean. I kind of really like how that looks. It's also the lazy, or kind of I'm getting away with the laziness with the saying that I like it, so, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. It looks cool, and I don't have to do as much work. Let me click on it, thank you. All the way down, a little bit further up, and away we go. Maybe just have this one stretch all the way to the edge. Yeah. this one inwards again to avoid doing work. And maybe one more. Kertakiellon päälle. I find that idiom a bit funny. Like, literally translated it is once more after you've been told no. And like, what was the original context where that idiom was born? Like, what is up with that? How did you end up needing to use that so much that it actually became an whole idiom in the, you know, Finnish zeitgeist? Like, what is up? Yeah, that looks kinda cool. And then one more piece for the mast. There. There we go. And I also want to make this a little bit more pointed. So let's do that. And this edge very narrow, this edge less so. Make it actually straight relative to the boat. Bring this edge a little bit further up. And bring that one down. I kind of like that it actually poking out a little bit. And do I mind that it has the... No, I want to get rid of the... There. No. It actually... Yeah, okay. Let's bring it up out from the water and then I think we can... Yes. Get rid of that thing. And if we bring it all the way down to the bottom, it actually gets rid of the sparklies. I mean, that's good enough. Yeah, and I really like how if we turn the camera down enough, it's barely visible. Let's actually see it at nighttime. What does it look like? Is it more or less visible? Ooh. Yes, that's good. Oh, hello. Let's fly around a little bit. Upwards a little. We can see all three boats here. At least a little bit. It's very shipwrecky. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little pooped, so I think... Oh, what the fuck is this? I forgot that thing there. H? Yes. Get rid of the... thing right there, and get back into the camera mode. Seeing masts like that reminds me of the cursed stump of the lake. Is that a folk tale of some sort? Or something else? Like, I think this is cool. Very, very cool. Like, from this angle, the only way you can actually tell this one, the Flying Dutchman, is actually flying is from the shadow being so far below and behind the thing. But I think that's kind of cool from the... Or kind of detail. Go downwards from this angle. I kind of want to... Let's change the angle of the moon a little bit. Is there a cooler angle for it to be in? Oh, that's... Yes, 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 I think we found it. Oh, it doesn't... There? That's cool. There's a lake in the US that has a cursed stump that's been floating there for hundreds of years and brings back bad luck to tie to it down. Yeah, are you... I think the person's called Geo Rutherford or something like that. who makes every year, or has for the last 2 or 3 years made haunt, but like the haunted hydrology woman is really awesome. She tells kind of
Yeah, shit, yeah.
different stories from all around the world, from all kinds of cursed and dangerous places, and of you know, waterways basically, and kind of rates them out of 10, like how haunted is this place. And I love them. I can probably link that in the Discord after I actually stop streaming. But yeah, I think that's it for me today. I'm sorry I wasn't as energetic as I would have wanted myself, and I'm sorry YouTube that I forgot to start the stream actually. So I'm probably gonna need to upload this separately. Yeah, Kobold is EP, and thank you, Kobold is forgiven. Yeah, I'm gonna just end this here, and well, I'm also really happy with what we actually got going here, so I'm not that sad about it. I will see you on Wednesday. Next week Sunday I'm gonna be away. There's or my husband is having a D&D night at our place, so I need to be evacuated to the bedroom. But yeah, I'm gonna go rest, and everyone take care of yourselves too, and I will see you on Wednesday. Thank you so much, and bye bye.